All right, man. Let's talk about Andy Ruiz. Still no pay-per-view numbers now. Somebody on Twitter threw this number out a couple days ago about the prelim. Let's talk about this, and then we talk about why we still ain't got no pay-per-view numbers from Ruiz and Luis Ortiz. Now you got people saying, "Well, why y'all don't want to spend money on this pay-per-view?" You actually got people justifying, spending this money on these Fox pay-per-views. You got people justifying that, talking about, um, saying that we should be paying for this. And like I told y'all the other day, these dudes are not boxing fans or real boxing fans, because if they knew this ain't even a boxing after dark main event, let alone an $80 pay-per-view. This ain't even reduced $40-$50 pay-per-view, if we being real. Now, apparently, it was put out there just as a rumor that the prelims on Fox did 546K, which is a 0.11 on the Nielsen media scale. And for the most part, that's a really bad number as a prelim, right? You talking about that's Showtime, type of numbers, right? That still might be better than Lubin and Fondor, which they never officially released those numbers. All right. And that lets you know when they don't release the numbers, which we'll talk about in a minute, how bad of an event that it truly was, right? So if they did 546K and then put this in its entirety, that's really, really bad. That's like a regular Showtime number. You got to understand, Showtime is on a closed network. It's a premium subscriber-based network. Fox is free TV. All you got to have today is a digital antenna. Now, back in the what, about 5 to 10 years ago, they made it. Regular TV went digital. All right, it went digital. Remember that? Back in the day, all you need is a safety pin to put it back in your TV. But now, it's digital. So now you got to have a digital antenna nowadays. Right. And that's super duper wild to a lot of people. Right. That grew up on where you literally can put a safety pin or a Barbie pin in the back of your TV, and you can get a signal and you can watch TV. But obviously, most people in those 5 to 10 years, you can go to Family Dollar, Dollar General, shit, maybe even damn near Dollar Tree. I say that jokingly, not go hood. That you literally can go and buy a digital antenna. But you got to understand, it's not ESPN, which you pay for ESPN. ESPN, if we're being technical, it is subscriber based. It's built into your cable bill, or you paying the ESPN. So you need no subscriber base here. You just need a digital antenna to watch the prelim card. So if they only have 546,000 people watching the prelim cards, come on, how many people you thought they got to cross over and get an NC pants and pay for the pay-per-view? Think about that. Only 546,000 people. Now, I don't know what other sporting event was going on Sunday. Now, the significance of that Sunday date that they doing, it's pretty much they version of Heisman night for Top Rank. It's the last Sunday before the NFL come back. Obviously, they was competing with Clemson and Georgia Tech from the Mercedes-Benz Dome in Atlanta, which is pretty big deal on Sunday. I think it was Sunday or Monday. Matter of fact, that might not even been that might have been Monday night. LSU and Florida State was Sunday night. Excuse me. They was from the other Mercedes-Benz Superdome that's in New Orleans. So, I mean, I guess you can pretty much say that was kind of a big deal as well too. But that's the only real significant thing. Maybe the U.S. Open was on, but apparently boxing and Sunday night don't go hand in hand unless you doing it on regular Fox. And they just chose to put it on pay-per-view. Al Heyman fronted the whole bill, and they only got 546,000 people to tune in for the prelim. Now, you got to remember too, Vito Melanecki on Christmas Day, White Magic, he did over 1 million. He did over 1 million. He did over 1 million on Christmas Day going head up against the NBA on Fox. Come on. He went head up and did 1 million. Think about that. He went head up on Fox and on Christmas Day. And this kid did 1 million. He did 1.8. He averaged, his main event averaged over 1.8 million viewers on Christmas. He averaged 1.8 million viewers on Christmas. Think about that for a minute. He averaged that on Christmas. They couldn't even get 800,000 plus 865,000 people to tune in and watch Andy Ruiz take on Luis Ortiz prelim card. And if you're being honest, they probably didn't get 5% of the people out of that 546K to transfer over and buy the pay-per-view. They couldn't get 5% of the people to transfer over. If the majority of those people really cared about the pay-per-view, they found a way to stream it. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't get 27,000 people to buy that pay-per-view. I guarantee you that. From that 546,000. And they continue to tell you how the Mexican dollar is the dominant dollar in the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? They continue to tell you that. They not buying BS neither. They ain't even buying Canelo like they used to buy Canelo. The digital era, they streaming just like we streaming. The digital era is going ham. The digital era is going ham. And then Al Bernstein tweeted out, Al Bernstein tweeted out the other day that they need to keep Andrew Ruiz away from Deontay Wilder and continue to grow Andy Ruiz into a commodity. He said that. And my thing about this is he can't even get 100,000 people to buy his pay-per-view with Areola, an all-Mexican pay-per-view. Okay? He can't even get 100,000 people to watch him fight Luis Ortiz. Matter of fact, he can't even get 1 million people to watch the prelim. Think about that for a minute. He can't even get 1 million people to watch the prelim. That is mind-boggling. He's out here tweeting saying that they should keep Andy Ruiz away from Wilder and kind of build him into a commodity. Andy Ruiz got to be in his 30s. It's over with. If you're gonna build Andy Ruiz, then you building him on free Fox. You building on free CBS. He active. You know what I'm saying? And then you go into all of that. That is hilarious in my opinion. Andrew Ruiz is as big as he gonna get unless he, beat Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, or win some belts or whatever you want to call it. That's in my opinion the only way that he get built up the way he should, at that point. It's just putting in the work. His numbers don't even get released. So at my end of the day, Al Heyman got a decision to make. Cut the fat off and just, support a select few fighters and some select few prospects and let everybody else go and give people the goods or, find another way. That's the crazy thing about it. He talking about taking Andy Ruiz and keeping away from Wilder and building him. My thing is, how much more building you got to do with him? That's $1 million question. How much more are you gonna build? He ain't selling. So how much more you build? You got to run him in there with Wilder. And at the end of the day, that only makes sense if you do it on regular TV. In my opinion, that only makes sense if you do it on regular TV. And we all being 100% honest. But that's my opinion. That is my humble opinion. That's what I would do. You just gotta put these dudes on regular TV. Excuse me. You always put these dudes on regular TV. And that's as simple as that. And obviously you ain't getting no pay-per-view numbers. You get pay-per-view numbers when the numbers half decent or they really, really good. And then, or you get, and you don't get pay-per-view numbers when they ain't good. So where the pay-per-view numbers at? The prelims to tell you everything you need to know, man. And Al Heyman, instead of putting this a card on free TV where they can get exposure and they can maximize the potential of the last football list Sunday on Fox, instead of maximize, you throw it on pay-per-view, taking away all the momentum. So hey, it is what it is. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop a video. Financially, want to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Hit the link tree. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Check out the heavyweight and box room playlist. Peace.